my Sagittarius babies, what's happening? This is EJ from Taurota Tarot. I hope everybody survived their week. Yeah, it's been that kind of week. What the hell? It went on and it went on and it kept going. Anyway, we're at the end of it. Sagittarius, this is going to be your monthly spread. I am getting back to doing the individual signs. I'm finally finding some space around me, so I am back to doing the individual signs. I'm trying to get caught up. At any rate, Sagittarius, this is for you for the month of September or thereabouts. What I saw so far, some of y'all got itchy britches. Y'all are ready to go. Y'all ain't trying to hear nothing about no patience. Y'all ain't trying to hear nothing about waiting a minute. None of that. Y'all are ready to go right now. Some of you have caused some upset in your personal relationships. I'm going to just throw that little piece out there. It's a High Priestess up at the top. A reminder, I do my cards straight up. I don't do reversals. Thank you to everybody that has liked, shared, and subscribed. If you have not, please feel free to do so. Oh, yeah, y'all got something going on here. There's a star card. Page of Pentacles. Yeah, y'all are bored. That right there. Bored. Centerpiece is the Six of Swords. Moving out of the choppy into the calmer type activity. Looking for a fresh start. So while you've got some changes going on, especially coming up, what's going on right now, Sag, is leading you to the, I might as well just tell it like it is, bullshit that is on its way. Down here, the Five of Pentacles, the Five of Cups. Damn it, it's just change. Up here, you're in the fours. The Four of Cups, which is leading you right to your Five of Cups. And it's about, if this is love related, let me just get the cards on the table. Then it's going to be about, yeah, it's a fucking Two of Cups. It's going to be about y'all missing an opportunity that is actually right at your doorstep right now. For those of you that are single or just kind of dating around, if you will, not really doing too much of anything, but you're going to realize that somebody you're probably turning a blind eye to. My Sagittarius rock right there. You're going to miss an opportunity. You're going to miss an opportunity primarily because you are out of balance. That part right there. Looking at your overall energy, the front end of your overall energy with the High Priestess, you're trying to trust yourself, but you're ignoring some pivotal things, if I can. That High Priestess up there with those Two of Cups. Serene relationship and exchange. This is the back end of the Two of Cups in the vice-versa deck. There's a gift on offer. Let's look at the front of the card for a hot second. And y'all are kind of in the dark about what's going on. Let's get to the back end so we can explain the front end. The back end of your overall energy with the Two of Pentacles, you're trying to, y'all are stressed the fuck out. Let me just, because you're ready to move. Fire signs, let's talk about the element for a hot second. Fire signs of fire, right here, fire. Let me tip that up a little bit. I can't put anything on top of that because it's going to smother that sucker right out. We ain't going to have no candle, no flame, no nothing. Just burn out, gone, flame, goodbye. When you are around people that are busy shoveling dirt on your fire, come on now, can't go outside, because fire signs are about activity. Y'all ain't about sitting around the house like us bulls. Y'all ready to go do something, set something on fire, blow something up. However, y'all are not about sitting around the house. And so with that anxiety and the stress, because for where Taurus is probably earth signs and some water signs will probably kind of chill with the, we got to stay in the house activity. That's all right. That's what we're doing anyway. Fire signs, some air signs, not so much, because you're confined. Fire and air, you walked into a room that's been, have you walked into a house that's been closed up for a long time? That air is funky and rank as hell. Come on, work with me. So air and fire don't do good in confined places, and that's your problem right now. You are ready to get up, state your intentions, but you're stressed. You're stressed right here because you're trying to balance what you're supposed to be doing versus what the hell you want to do. And pretty much what you're supposed to be doing right now is not what you want to do. So you're sacrificing. This is the back end of the vice versa card. You get your intentions, but you're really not trying to make the sacrifice right now. Some of y'all like the hell with a mask and some more shit. I feel you. And it is causing internal struggle for you. So when we look at the recent past, with the Five of Cups, I'll be damned. Five of Pentacles, Five of Cups up here, Five of Cups down here. All these fives are indicating change. And so from your recent past, something happened. Some diversion or aversion. And it may have had you feeling like you needed to be the victim. So this might have been a relationship, and there may have been a third party type little thing going on. I can clarify that in a hot second. And it kind of averted your attention off of whatever it was. Not necessarily that you're living with anybody or you're married, but if you were dating or maybe dating a person seriously, somebody else came along, because again, you're tired of sitting in the house. That takes us right to another five, the Five of Swords and the Ten of Wands. Feeling overwhelmed, burdened, just not feeling none of this shit. Which in turn for some of you may have caused some depression, or may have just had you tripping out and feeling like people are, the whole world is out to get you because you can't do what you want to do. You see how that red is kind of smoldering in the background? That's how y'all are rolling right now. And at whatever point you weren't able to see an alternate point of view. It's like walking away, and you're not understanding why the hell, why, that's the air. Why should I be thinking about doing whatever when it's not what I'm feeling? Which brings us right over here to the Star card and the King of Swords and your boundaries. When I was shuffling, I think I shuffled 5 decks. I saw boundaries come up a couple times. And so, not feeling like, feeling stuck, not able to move past your limitations and working within the confines of whatever boundaries. It was not, because it's a recent past. And some of you, it might still be going on. It was not resonating well with you. It wasn't sitting well with you, especially if you were in a relationship, more likely a situationship with another element, as in earth, and them being okay with sitting around the house. You may have had to rethink your boundaries and how far you were willing to jump out there despite what your partner was saying, thinking, or doing. Just saying, that's air. So the thinking part, for sure, but it's those boundaries and trying to move past your limitations. And for some of you, you might have gotten tripped up. You might have started a third-party situation, or you might be considering, because you don't want to do all of this. You're looking for some excitement, and so now you're trying to get in where you fit in. Conversely, we say the same thing about work. You're feeling stifled. You're not feeling like there's any growth, and you are ready to jump the fuck up and get the fuck out. So again, we come back up here about clear intentions for your success, but you're still feeling too stressed out. Get to your current energy, Page of Pentacles, with the Knight of Swords on top. Again, it's that sense of determination. I feel it. You are determined. Damn it, you're going to do what you going to do. You don't give a damn what the hell somebody else said, and the hell with that too. Because you are quite literally bored. This is Pentacles. Slow fucking moving energy like a bull. You would piss a bull off. Bulls don't always charge. Sometimes bulls get right ass stubborn and will sit down on you, horns and all. You bored. Fire signs ain't having it. Sagittarius, hell no, I'm bored. And I am determined. But in that determination, Sag, that's where all this, see, this row up here is setting you up for this shit down here. Backside of that should say unforeseen events. So the caution here is going to be, don't let all of this energy get you caught up in something that either you're not going to want to deal with later on, or more specifically, something you're not going to be able to get away from later on. I'm just saying, babies are coming up in my head. So if you are not trying to get pregnant, once again, don't set yourself up right here, right now, because you're bored, and get down here and like, what the fuck? Just saying. Your centerpiece with the Six of Swords. This is Queen. This is a Queen. No. King of Wands. The back end of the King of Wands. Again, repression. So working on finding better ways of not feeling suppressed, repressed, stuck, stressed out, frustrated, bored, all of that. In that, some of you may be thinking about moving on. Some of you may be looking for a fresh start. All in trying to find your balance, because you know you're out of balance right now. You got flames going everywhere. Whole house fire. Because you're bored. And I get it. I get it. But you're challenged right here. What do you need to do to get out of this funk that you're in before you make a mess? I know y'all like, she said we gonna make a mess. I'm not saying that. But you know, like I know, we can get bored, we can get frustrated, and get impulsive. Come on now. And then start doing some shit that we shouldn't have done or shouldn't be doing. And then you get down here and see, now we're talking about doors closing. Might be dealing with somebody that's egotistical. So this got feet in romance for sure. Loss and disappointment down here. The Five of Pentacles. Money issues, self-sabotage. That's all right here. All because of what's going on right here. So your centerpiece is, maybe instead of just doing something on impulse, sitting down and making a plan. If you're in a relationship with someone, sitting down and coming up with creative ways that you can deal with this. Because I dare say we're probably going to be doing this for another year. I know y'all don't want to hear that, but I don't want to hear it. But it is what it is, and knowing people the way that I do, and probably the way that y'all do too, we ain't doing this mask and social distancing thing for too much more. With Christmas coming up and Halloween, and you got a house full of kids and some more shit. Yeah, that sounds really good, but that's probably not going to be what's happening. So with that in mind, thinking about how you can creatively express yourself, yourself, or if you're in a partnership, talk to your partner. What do you think I should be doing? Think I need to go back to school? Should I open a business? Good time to open a business if you're forward thinking. I'm just saying, that's your challenge. At the end of the current energy, with the Four of Pentacles sitting on the Four of Cups, trying to find that stability. Now be mindful. Fours are not prevalent on the board right now. Fives the fuck are. You got 2 Five of Cups. Come on. There's a window here. It's narrow, but there's a window here for you to find some balance and work on what you're trying to do without it being a big blowout. That's if you have some foresight. Now, for others of you, go back to what we were saying at the beginning. This Four of Cups may be about somebody that you are overlooking because you're doing all this other stuff, because you're antsy. And what that may turn into is a missed opportunity. For some of you, however this is resonating, You may meet somebody, because I saw the Ace of Cups a couple times when I was shuffling. You may meet somebody new, but because you are so just ready to get with it, it becomes a missed opportunity because that person is not understanding where. So if you are looking for someone new and you don't want to miss the opportunity, the object is to figure out what you're doing right here, find some balance and some compromise in your life. That's what you're trying to do. Find some balance and some compromise so that you don't mess up, because when you get to the future energy with the Five of Pentacles, and you are not looking at the pretty lady, we got the ass end of the card. Lack of spontaneity. And that lack of spontaneity, because it's not that you're lacking it, but you're lacking it in the wrong area. Figure that out. You get in the wrong situation, you're going to be talking about a whole lot of woe is me. Money issues, self-esteem issues, fidelity issues. Might as well throw all that shit up against the wall. Everything is going to be an issue, especially if if this is a new person you get involved with, they're not going to understand why you got all these jitters with everybody else when it gets to them, because you are out of balance. So they may feel like you're detaching or that you are detached. I'm just saying. Stagnation, that's how y'all are feeling, I'm telling you. And it's coming up to being out of balance. Where's that's the unforeseen events. I saw one. It will come back to me. But down here, you can avoid some of this if you get in balance. If you were just going into this impulsively, whatever new thing it is, just going into it impulsively. There's a resonating note here for work as well. If you were just one day at your job and you're like, fuck it, I'm out. Those kinds of decisions, those impulsive things that we do when we're out of balance, that's going to bring you down here with all kind of hard time, I ain't got no money issues, bringing it right to the center of that with the Five of Cups. Change, loss, and disappointment. Seriously, nobody's going to want to be bothered with you with all that going on. I'm just saying. And with the Two of Pentacles here, again, it's about having that balance and persevering to keep that balance. At the end of this, the Ace of Cups and the World card, I would just caution you, because this is about beginnings and endings in any deck when you're looking at the World card, that you don't let go of something that may be beneficial to you because you are acting impulsive. In that comes marriage. Some of you may be on the verge of, and you may not need to be on the verge of. Come on now. Some of you might be out there just doing the damn thing and, boom, somebody talking about they're pregnant. I'm just saying, is that what you need right now? Those beginnings and the endings, are those the types of beginnings and endings that you need going on right now? Right now, you just feel like you got fire in your pants and you're ready to just put it out the best way you know how. But you need to have some balance. Let me clarify a couple things here. I want to clarify this Four of Swords up at the top. And this King of Swords. Why is all the swords giving me problems? Damn air. Shit. This is for the Four of Swords and the Five of Cups universe. Clarify that for me. Needing to spend some time by yourself. And that's in the recent past, instead of looking for an aversion or diversion, or however you want to look, bypassing, or doing something to take your mind off of because you don't like, then you actually should have been here contemplating your next steps. That's the recent past. Let me see the Star and the King of Swords. Star card again. Yeah. All that not being able to move past your limitations in a creative way. Blocking. That's 2 stars on top of each other. Not having the boundaries. I think that's what I'm hearing. Not having the boundaries with self-discipline. Because he's about this too. The Emperor's like that. But this, you see dude here, he shit don't look like that with no self-discipline. So at some point, somebody had to sit down and clean all that armor. I'm just saying. Clean as a whistle. So not having probably the structure or the balance to realize your self-esteem back here in the recent past, which has got you here now. Just that stone stubborn fire. There's the 3 of Cups. There you go. Sag. What we gonna do? What it's gonna do? Take your time, Sag. First of all, find some water and put some of that fire out. And figure out a plan to constructively channel all of this energy. I feel you. My slow pentacle towards big fat behind. I am ready to go hang my ass out the window. I promise you I am. But I know what's at stake. I know I can't do it now for whatever. Pick your reason. And so I need to just, for lack of a better term, shelter in place and figure out what I'm doing internally. If you can figure out, Sag, how to channel this into something creative, whether it's going back to school, everybody and their grandmamas offering courses for everything, some of any and everything, how to pick your ears without getting noticed. Get a degree in that. I'm just saying. They're giving education away. If there's something out there you want to do, maybe there's something creative you want to do with your kids, something to focus and channel this excess so that you are not making impulsive decisions and missing out on the things that you really want. Fucking missed opportunities, I'll be damned. Sitting under that bare ass oak tree trying to figure out what the hell. Because you so on fire, you done burnt off all the leaves. I'm just saying. And finding some balance. If you're in a family relationship, I would sit down and talk to my partner. Or if it's just you and your kids, I sit down and talk to my kids and let them give you a little bit of insight in terms of what they see. Those of you that might be considering, because the 3 of Cups is some emotional shit going on, entertaining adding more to the mix, you might want to think about it again. That 3 of Cups is in reverse, so I'm not getting a good feeling out of that. Again, I said something about being pregnant. I don't even do reversal. Didn't need to, but there it is. Fell out that way. So, is that where you're trying to go with that? And if you are, that's okay. Just make sure you're in balance so you're making clear decisions so your intentions are clear and you're successful and not stressed out. Woo. Back to basics. Expect the best. Call on your joy guides. They don't lie. Didn't I just say you needed clear intentions, clarify your thoughts. I'm coming back to it. Hold your horses. Coming right back to it. I'm sorry. You can't make this shit up. You cannot, Sag. I don't know who needs to hear It's Not Over song, but it's not over. So let's go back to basics. A lot of times when we are in some impulsive energy, a good thing to do is get back to basics. Cut out the frills. Sometimes it's the food, sometimes it's the people, sometimes it's the shit that we do. But cutting off and out the extra fat, the extra junk, the extra gunk, whatever you want to call it, and getting back to basics. So if you've been doing a whole lot of over extra, scale that back for a hot second. It'll probably do your pocketbook or wallet some good as well. So you can begin to get back in balance. Expect the best. Don't be getting into these situations and just off the rip, oh my gosh, this is so awful. Give everything a chance. And I know what I'm saying to you, Sag, is difficult because you, like I said, y'all are ready to hit it now. Expect the best. And it may be a slow moving process right now, but expect the best. Just get into the habit of visualizing your best outcome. Call on your joy guides. If those of you that are feeling kind of depressed and repressed and suppressed and some other stuff, call on your joy guides to find the joy in your everyday life, the little things. And I'll add on to that gratitude. When you find them, say thank you. So that you can refocus. Again, getting back to the basics so you can refocus and clarify your thoughts and your intentions for what you really want. Pop up for nothing. And I mean, when you get antsy, the thing is you wanna hook up with somebody. Those of you that are, kind of dibbling dabbling here and there, you want to hook up with somebody, but a lot of times when we do that, we're not thinking clearly about the person we're actually getting ready to hook up with and what the long-term implications might be. So before you go shake your tail feather somewhere, maybe you might not need to shake it. Take some time for yourself. Plan one of them spa days. Guys can do that too. Don't act like you can't. And then for those of you that are in situations where you're coming back to this, you're thinking about moving or maybe a fresh start, it's not over. So if you run into roadblocks, I'm going to put it this way, and this will probably sum it up. For those of you that may be thinking about making a fresh start without said partner or significant other or situationship or whatever, it's not over. It's not over. So when you start running into those roadblocks, not letting you move, get where you're trying to go, that's a sign it's not over. Sag, I love you. I hope you guys have a good month. Hope you have a good holiday weekend if you're here in the Americas. I love y'all. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.